If you don't know anything about English, if you are a beginner, this video for you. Because in this video, I will share with you 10 tips that how can you start your English. This video I divided into two parts. First part, I will share if you don't know anything about English, if you confuse, first part for you. And second part, you know some grammar, you know some basic vocabulary, you want to speak with foreigner, second part for you. So let's get started. So what is basic English? Basic English means you have to learn some basic thing. Either it can be tense, it can be verb, or some basic vocabulary. My step number 1 is building a strong foundation. What is building a strong foundation? That means whatever learn, try to learn this thing in basic. Try to learn some basic vocabulary, some basic grammar. How can you learn it? Go on YouTube and search English vocabulary in basic. Whatever you search, try to search in basic. Try to use the basic word in your search bar. My step number 2 is setting clear goals. If you don't know anything about English, you have to be set this goal. I want to learn basic English in this 5 months or in this 2 months. So how can you set basic goals? Try to write what you want to learn. I want to learn basic grammar. I want to learn basic English vocabulary in 2 months. And how? How can you learn? Try to write this thing. I want to learn throughout watching English video or throughout watching YouTube video. That is the way that you can set clear and specific goal. Try to be set timeline in your goals. Don't learn English as a subject. See, English is a language. So there is 1,000 of ways that you can learn this language. But you have to be choose some specific, easy way that you can learn this language and you can stay motivated while learning English. When you learn some grammar, when you learn some basic vocabulary, try to use this vocabulary in your translation process, in your conversation. When you use, you feel motivated. You feel I am learning English. That is the way that you can stay motivated while learning English. My step number 4 is immersing yourself. What is immersing yourself? Immersing yourself means if you are watching my video in throughout YouTube, that means you have the internet connection. That means you have the opportunity of learning. Try to use this technology for immersing yourself. See, if you don't have an environment of learning English, in your friend, in your family, they don't know English, you don't have any partner for practice your English, try to make it in virtual partner. How can you make virtual partner? How can you immersing yourself? Try to use your phone. Whatever you learning, try to learn in English. Try to download some English learning app. Try to join English group. Try to subscribe some English channel that can you immerse yourself while learning English. So try to immerse yourself learning English. My step number 5 is basic grammar. As a beginner, you don't know speaking, but try to focus on learning. First, don't try to speak because you don't know basic, or without basic you cannot speak. Without basic vocabulary or without basic English, when you try to speak with foreigner you can't, or you feel sad. So don't try to speak without learning basic thing. So try to learn basic grammar, basic vocabulary and some basic English. That is the way that you can learn basic English. Now, if you know some basic English, some basic vocabulary, you can speak little bit. What you do? how can you be fluent? Number 6, try to be stay consistent, because you know basic. When you be stay consistent, you can be fluent. How can you stay consistent? Stay consistent is a skill, or without consistent you can learn English, but you cannot learn it fastly. It takes time. Try to make it fun, or try to learn it throughout interesting thing. How can you learn it? So go to YouTube, whatever you like, whatever video you like. If you like entertainment, if you like some video about mysterious, search in YouTube and try to search in English. Don't search in your mother tongue. When you try to search it in English, you can see lot of English video. Try to watch, because you know basic English, or when you watch you cannot understand, but when you try to watch again and again and day by day, you will understand. Number 7, question making pattern. You have to be know how can I ask a question while speaking. How can I ask a question in talk with foreigner? You have to be know. So how can you learn question making pattern? Try to search in Google. Try to search in YouTube. How can I learn question making pattern? That you will see lot of video. Try to watch this video, that you can know how can you learn question making pattern. Number 8, building a strong vocabulary. See, you know some basic vocabulary, but when you try to speak with foreigner, you forget. Why this happen? Because your vocabulary is not strong. You have to be strong your vocabulary. You know some basic vocabulary, but when you talk with foreigner, you forget the vocabulary. Why this problem is happening with you? Because you don't use this vocabulary. So try to build your strong vocabulary and try to use while your conversation. Whatever vocabulary, new word you are learning today, try to use it. Without using, your vocabulary is valueless. So try to build or try to use your vocabulary while conversation. Number 9, you have to be practice speaking. You know some basic grammar, you know some basic English. Without practice, you cannot improve yourself. If you feel like I cannot learn, this is your responsibility, because you know basic thing, or if you don't practice, you cannot grow yourself. Number 10, read regularly. Without reading, you cannot grow your knowledge. Try to read. When you read, you can realize my English learning journey is making easy. I can learn English fastly. So try to read. Whatever. You can read newspaper, you can read article. In my opinion, try to read article. Because when you read any article, most of the article they write simple English. It can be easy for any learner. So try to read some article. Go Google and search basic English article, and you can see lot of article. So try to read and please be consistent. Without consistent, you cannot grow. You cannot learn English fastly. I was a beginner. I never had a consistent, because I never had a strong way, the strong reason of learning English. That's why I cannot learn English fastly. So right now I am learning English by making video. So right now I have a strong reason why I am learning English. So try to find your reason. When you found, you can be consistent, you can be motivated yourself. Keep learning, enjoying your process.